Hello, everyone. I welcome you to the second day of project presentations by IT STEP students. Please let me know, do we have the students already and the presenters from each team? Do we have the first team, Meest Post Calculator, with the project Meest Post Calculator?
I guess yes.
Yes, okay, great. And that is the most important part. Okay. Yeah, so as I said, welcome to the second day of project presentations meeting. We are happy to see you all here. Thank you all for joining. We would like to say a special thank you to the mentors who were working on the projects throughout October and to the late June to help and guide the students. The mentors are Volodymyr Pankiv, Sharovskyi, Oleksandr Rybakov, Anastasiia Shapovalova, Dmytro Levytskyi, and Mykola Yakovlev. What you did was amazing, and sharing your experience with the younger generation is really important, and we are really thank you for that. Yes, so now I would like to remind you about the timeline and agenda for today. So we have 5 projects we will be looking at the presentations of, and each team with the project have 10 minutes for the presentation, and Q&A session follows after those 10 minutes, and we also have 10 minutes for this Q&A session. We will also try to give the mentor a stage to share their thoughts and their experience of working with the students. If possible, we will try to stick to the timeline as much as possible. So please don't get mad if I interrupt you or if I stress that there is 2 minutes left or 1 minute left. Yes, so it's not personal, it's just the timeline we have to follow. I am also sending the links to the chat. I'm sending 2 links. The first is the agenda of today's meeting, just for you to have a chance to remind yourself where we are at and to give you the general idea of the meeting and how it's going, and also a feedback and evaluation form. The second link is for the experts, and we would really like you to fill out this form right after each presentation. We understand it might be tricky because you're trying to listen, think of the questions, share maybe some feedback, but we would really like you to fill out it right after the presentation, and if possible, yes, and if you have any questions, please let me know. You can ask them by raising your hand or just by unmuting and saying it out loud. Great. If we don't have any questions, I guess we can start the first presentation. I would like also to remind that during the Q&A session, you may ask your questions in both in English, and if it's just not going, then you can ask them in Ukrainian, and the students will answer you in English. Got it? Great. Okay, so let me introduce you the first team. The project name is Meest Post Calculator, and their mentor was Volodymyr Pankiv from Softserve Academy, mentor from Softserve. Guys, the stage is yours. You may present your project, and you have 10 minutes.
Can you give me access to share presentation?
You should have access. Don't you have a green share screen button at the bottom of the screen?
When I press the button, I receive a message that sharing is not turned on.
Give me one moment. Try again.
Yes, now I can.
Oh, great.
So you should be able to see my screen.
We are.
Yes.
Let's start. I'm thrilled to introduce myself as the project manager for our Dedicate and Innovate team. Today, I have the pleasure of presenting the result of our combined efforts and creativity, a product that we believe will make a significant impact in its respective market. Our team has worked tirelessly to develop a solution that meets the needs and pain points of our target audience. We have conducted extensive research, collaborated closely, and used our diverse skills to ensure that our product not only meets but exceeds expectations. We have developed a size conversion calculator, which accurately determines clothing and shoe sizes. You might be wondering how it works. As a customer, you simply need to input your measurements, such as bust, waist, hips, and inside leg lengths. Our intelligent calculator then automatically determines your clothing size based on various size charts. The same principle applies to shoes. In this case, you only need to measure the length of your foot or the insole to get an accurate shoe size recommendation. So, we have created a helpful tool to make online shopping for clothes and shoes much easier for everyone. We are specifically designing this tool for people who shop at Meest Shopping. With our tool, you will be able to switch between different size charts effortlessly, ensuring that you always select the right size, no matter which brand you are interested in. The main issue we focused on was the high rate of product returns due to incorrect sizing. This not only causes inconvenience for buyers, but also for sellers. Our goal was to make sizing more accurate, reducing the likelihood of dissatisfaction and returns. Despite the fact that there are already a variety of online services that help you to choose the right size of clothes and shoes, most of them do not take into account the specifics of countries and brands. This leads to the fact that buyers still cannot be sure that the chosen size will really fit them. I'm proud to present you our hardworking team who made this project possible. Meet the people improving your online shopping experience. They care about making shopping better for everyone, and you can see their dedication in their work. Here are their friendly faces along with our mentor who helped us along the way. And here you can see the feedback from our customer. And now I would like to give the floor to our business analyst, Vasily.
Hello everyone. As a business analytic, I did a study to find out the good and bad thing about our competitors. This helped us make the plan that use our strength and improved our weaknesses. I also made a size chart for different brands to ensure the product information and correct and made it easier for customers to shop. Additionally, I was in charge of the project budget and made changes to it as needed. I worked closely with all team members, including the designer and project manager, to make sure that we're all working toward the same goals. The next who tell about our projects is our designer, Yana Novikova.
As a designer, my primary responsibility was to analyze the main page and identify the key design elements. I carefully selected the main colors that would be used.
And I want to be sure that it's difficult for me to find a good fit for me. And I see this probability and it says me nothing. I don't know, is it fit for me, not fit, because there's still probabilities that, that something could be wrong. I think you don't need this. You just say your number is S and it is enough. Because probability, it's I start asking question. And there always some room for mistake and you will still have some mistake. And it is okay if you, for example, had returning rate 10% and reduce it to 2%. It's a big success. But there are still possible mistakes. You could be disagree.
We can.
Yes.
By the way, do you calculate it? I mentioned this return rate. Maybe it's named it another way. For example, in current moment, 10% of packages returned back because size is incorrect. But what you want to achieve with your service? Which number? Any suggestion? Maybe any test?
Or maybe just your thoughts.
Yes.
Or plans.
Maybe it's question to our BI.
Yeah.
Or no.
If you don't feel ready to answer, just say so and we can move on. It's okay.
Ну, окей, наша ціль зменшити загальну кількість,
Ваша кількість зменшити кількість посилок, які
Наша ціль,
вертаються, бо
та.
неправильний розмір. І
Так.
який зараз цифра, скільки, чи є така проблема, чи вертаються посилки, скільки відсотків, умовно кажучи, і яку цифру ви хочете досягнути?
Ну, я як бекенд не досліджував, але...
А що ваш BA каже?
Ну, я постараюсь відповісти на це питання, тому що коли я аналізував ринок, то як таких даних про кількість повернень я не знайшов, але це дуже поширена, це дуже поширено, що повертають посилки, тому що приходить щось не то. І тому наш продукт це мав би якось вирішити. Ну, ось моя відповідь.
Дивіться, я розумію, я згоден. Давайте так, як BA, я згоден з вами, що це можливо поширено, що хтось повертає, але нам треба розуміти, скільки людей повертає. Ну, менш з тим, я не хочу забирати весь час, так? Наскільки велика це проблема в грошах, так? Це я вам на майбутнє. Порахувати, наскільки велика це проблема в грошах. Умовно кажучи, Meest Express повертає стільки-то посилок, так? Приблизно. Чата GPT спитайте, він любить згенерувати якийсь там приблизний бред, так? Ми, вирішивши цю проблему, знизивши її за рахунок тих розмірів, зекономимо Meest Express стільки-то грошей. Чи комусь іншому, чи енд-користувачам, хто там платить за повернення, не знаю.
Yes, and thank you, Taras. It would be a good idea and a good plan for the team to proceed in that direction, and they can think of it later when they have time after the project presentation and when they want to decide where they're going with this presentation. Thank you for your questions. We have a raised hand, Mykola. The stage is yours.
Yep, hi. I have basically two questions. First question related to the slide where you shows results of your calculation, where we see, for example, S. I am not sure if it was like a video or maybe it is just a slide. Can you return back on it? I have one question about it. Let's scroll a little bit forward. Yeah, this one. Yep. How you calculate this percent? Like 94 possibilities that it's your size.
Sorry, but I asked this question before.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Then I just...
They have
Sorry.
something in database, and it's something approximate, difficult to calculate. And my recommendation to remove this number because it says nothing for me as an end user. By the way, if I started ask you question, I saw that you hosted on the Vercel. Why you choose this platform for host?
Yeah, hello to all. We choose this system because it's now free and it's easy to use. It's have intuitive, understandable interface, you know. So I don't know, maybe they launch it not yet, yeah, you know, and they do not. They just launched, so they do not have to pay.
I have a free plan for you. Okay, just to let you know that most of cloud providers have free plans for students, for startups, and etc.
Great.
Yeah, a little about it. So yeah, they it is their PR companies, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
Thank you, Taras. Mykola, I hope you got the answer once Taras stressed that his questions were somehow similar to yours. We have one question from the chat, which is, how do you plan to monetize the project? It is the last question, then we will move on to the mentor and to the next project. Yes, so proceed with the answer.
Okay, I can answer for this question, but in Ukrainian it will be easy for me. Цей проект є внутрішньоорганізаційним, тому як таких доходів він не приноситиме, але за це він заощадить кошти на повернення товару, тобто заощаджені кошти це є зароблені, можна вважати. Але якщо замовник захоче якось з цього отримувати кошти, то він може розмістити рекламу на сайті або ж біля самого калькулятора.
Great. Thank you for the answer, Mariana. I hope you got the answer you hoped for, or just the sharing thoughts of the students. Do we have a mentor with us today, Volodymyr Pankiv? Because I can't see him in the participant list, so I suppose maybe he is late or something came up and he couldn't join. Okay, that's okay. We have still time for one more question, or just some short feedback if there are any. Great. If not, I would like to remind you to fill out the evaluation form I sent in the chat. I will also send the link one more time. Please feel free to share your thoughts there and also evaluate the project. And then we can move on to the next team. Thank you for sharing your presentation. We will share the feedback later in the end of the meeting. We will proceed with the project named Meest Chatbots. The team, once you're ready, you feel free to share your screen and start the presentation. Do we have a team here? Oh, yes, we do. Great.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mikhailo. I am the project manager in this team. Today, we want to present the result of our project, namely the chatbot management system that we developed specifically for the Meest company. The idea of this project was to create a universal chatbot management system, chatbot service for scaling and management different messengers. It offers a unified interface for designing, changing the behavior bots, conducting mass millings, and viewing analytics. On the project, I organized a meeting with the team at each stage of the sprint. The sprint lasted 2 weeks. Had a stable relationship with the mentor, was always ready to provide support and solve any issues, used Jira to clearly define sprint tasks and ensure a structured approach to work, actively monitored the time of completion of tasks for effective management of deadlines and resources, kept systematic records of attendance at meetings and working hours of the team. In addition, prepared detailed and concise reports reflecting the completed tasks of each team member, which facilitated performance analysis. And I also conducted the following sprint ceremonies. Sprint planning. Together with the team, the goals of the sprint were determined, tasks were distributed, and priorities were set. Sprint review, demonstration of completed tasks of the team, assessment of achievement of sprint goals, and receiving feedback from customers or interested parties, and sprint retrospective. Analyzing the team's performance, identifying what worked what worked well, what needs improvement, and developing an action plan to improve performance in subsequent sprints. I am sure that the steps help us achieve a certain result.
Good afternoon, my name is Svetoslav. I am a designer in this team. I created the design of the site in minimalistic style, taking into account the Meest color scheme. The colors and fonts used from the Meest brand book. The sticker pack that was created for the company.
Hello, my name is Vadim and I am front-end developer. In the team, I actively interact with the designer and clearly perform my work according to his template. I also actively interact with the backend and the tester, implementing and improving new functionality. Used HTML, CSS, Vue3.js, and Bootstrap technologies.
Hi, my name is Vitaly. I am backend developer in this team. Firstly, I need to present list of technologies used in backend part. Our backend technology stack includes several key components. The central element is the Fast API framework, which includes all essential Python libraries. For database storage, we use SQLite database. Communication between the server and bot part is carried out by WebSocket connection. For the bot component, Pydantic is used for type annotation and Pyrogram as library for bot control. Lastly, the deployment and management infrastructure includes Docker and Pointry for dependency management. Now let's watch the final functionality of our project. In the registration lobby, the admin needs to enter all necessary information, such as login, email, and password. The next step is to create a bot. Telegram token can be obtained from BotFather. Additionally, we can link a manager directly to this bot. Manager role is to contact client who needs some help. If the admin has 2 or more bots, it's quite convenient to use the search filters. Now move on to the user authorization. To authorize, the user needs only to press just 2 buttons. The bot will handle the rest of the work. The same search filter are also implemented on the user's page for a better experience. Then we can click on the user we want to contact with and send them a private message. We can also do the same thing with another user, but this time send a media message. On the bot settings page, admin has an opportunity to change all bot configuration, like a bot name, manager, description that will be shown on bot lists. Furthermore, there are several features that the bot will apply to all users. For example, creating news that clients could read by pressing on last news button. Next group is text and media mailing for all bot clients. This could be very useful for sending important messages. In this case, we just sent our custom sticker pack, so user could add it to their own collection. And the last one tab is auto answering. If the manager receives similar questions frequently, they can input common questions and answers in the bot memory. Next time, bot will recognize that questions and answer to it automatically. The moment user sent a message, bot starts typing for 2 seconds. This is done to make the client feel more like their communication with a real person. And this example perfectly shows how it works.
Feedback from our customer. And that's all. Thanks to my team for the work.
Great, thank you for the presentation. It was such a visual presentation. We can now proceed with the questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand by clicking on the reaction sign and raising your hand, which basically says raise your hand. And if you can't talk right now, you can feel free to type your question in the chat, and I will read it out loud. We have a question from Johan. Johan.
Thank you, Johan Bilevich. Yeah, the question about these recurrent questions. One of the speakers mentioned that similar questions will be recognized and the answer will be automatically chosen from the existing database. What technologies do you use to recognize these similar questions? Because people can rephrase the same question, actually use different words, replace words, and so on. Yeah, that.
Yes, it couldn't work when some clients will change the order of words, but in backend implemented that it clear all sign like question mark, commas, and dots. So if a question words order is correct, it will answer.
Okay. Did you give a thought about using natural language processing to recognize similar phrases, or maybe employing AI, which is modern now, to answer some of the questions?
No, we haven't AI technology.
Okay, maybe you will implement it in the future. It's I saw a lot of bots that employ AI.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Johan, for your question, and Tali for your answer. Do we have any more questions?
I have a question and one more. As I understand, you hosted locally. Do you have any plan? Because I saw from your presentation, do you have any plan to host it on any cloud, any private server?
It's just future plans, so I can't tell how it be in deployment process.
Okay, one more question. As I understand, your platform allows to create a lot of bots. Am I correct?
Yes.
So it's a big probability that if your company has a lot of bots, it means that some not very good people start to creating fake bots that fakes your company. And please share your data, please share your track number, please share anything that is private to you, and ask how do you think how you could fight with these bots, with these fake bots?
I think a user needs to find link of our bot in official website of Meest Express, so
Yes.
they could be safe.
But a lot of users like me searching just in search field. Meest Express something, and as I know the a lot of bot of Meest Express, I guess look this bot also looks like Meest Express. Do you think about any way to protect user from this scam?
No, nobody can be protected from such phishing sites.
I don't know. Maybe you have to think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taras, for your insightful questions. There are definitely something to think about later for the students. Do you have any more questions? Feel free to write them in the chat, and while we are thinking, I am reminding experts about the feedback evaluation form. I have sent the link in the chat. Feel free to fill it out now. While we are also waiting for the questions, I believe we can just ask the mentor, Taras Sharovskyi, to share his experience of working with the students and just some thoughts, comments, how the cooperation was going and how hard the students work. Taras, are you here with us? I definitely saw him. Oh, Taras can talk. That's okay. That's okay. We can leave the mentor comments for the end. Hopefully, we will hear from them after the presentations. If we don't have any questions, we can proceed with the next project. The name of the project is Franka website. Your students feel free to share the screen and start your presentation.
Could you please give the right to host? Okay, you already
Yes,
have given.
yes, everyone has already the right to share their screen. If you don't have, let me know.
Could you see?
Yes.
Could you see the screen?
Yes.
Ivanka, you are muted.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's start. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ivanka, and I'm project manager of the House of Franka website project. The project goal is to create a website as a central source of information about the activity of the public organization Association of Ivan Franko Museum, its mission and achievements. The project aims to attract partners and patrons who will help support the organization work. The main problem is limited visibility and communication with potential partners. This website will help solve this issue by providing an effectivity channel of getting support. The target audience of the website includes partners, patrons, and the general public. We want all this group to learn about the organization activity and join in preserving Ivan Franko legacy. Let's talk about our team achievement. Our team culture has been built on support and respect, knowledge sharing, and constructive feedback. During our project, we adapt Agile to stay flexible and quickly adjust to change. We planned our work in 2-week sprint and use Trello for task management. We regularly share updates with our mentor, showcasing our advancement. A significant test of our adaptability came when we had to completely redesign our approach on short notice. Despite this challenge, we successfully adapted, demonstrating our commitment to effectively meeting the project needs. Now you can see our team. Why we did attract this project? Because it offered the opportunity to leave a small part of ourselves in history, when it is possible to change the past, but it's possible to popularize something through projects created directly by the organization. Thank you for listening. Now I like to hand over to the team, and the first speaker will be Maxim.
Hello, my name is Maxim and my role is business analytic. My task as BA was to communicate with customer to find out from him what he wants. I determined which problem the project should solve, agreed on which blocks should be on the site, determined the target audience, and investigate the economic part of the project. I also had to convey the requirements to my team and organized a meeting to agree on how functions should be performed. Pass over the Markian.
Hello everyone, my name is Markian and I'm a designer on our project. To create the design of the site, we took into account the wishes of our customers, but the vision often changed. We have reworked many different designs to create a single and perfect option for our customer. The stack of technologies we used are Figma, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Canva. On this slide, you can see the new basic design of our site. The site has a modern, convenient interface that provides quick access to basic information. The content is well organized, making it too easy to find the information you need. Intuitive menu structure, convenient modern design, and high functionality, which makes it an effective resource for getting to know the organization activities. Thank all for your attention. I will pass the floor to the next colleague.
Hi there, my name is Marco, and today I would like to talk about front-end part of Franka House project, and I would like to tell the tech stack which we used on front-end part. So it is React plus TypeScript, and for CSS part it's styled components. Why we used React plus TypeScript? Because it enhances code reusability, which is ideal for one-page website where lots of components can be reused. And if you talk about styled components, we use them because it allows to change styles dynamically depending on props, and it scopes styles to individual components. Now I would like to demonstrate our website on a real-life demo. So it's hosted and anyone can easily visit this link, which will be at the end of this presentation. Here you can see the navbar menu, of course, which links can lead to specific sections. And now let's switch to English language. And here you can see the title of Associations Museums of Franco. Here you can see the About Us block where our customer can tell about themselves. Here's our mission block with nice animation, which you can see where our customer tells about information about their mission and what they want to do with their project. Here you can see events block, where you can see the information about events which have happened throughout the whole process. Here you can see the full piece of information and of course the publication date and the title and description. And the partners block where you can see the partners of our customer. Here's the museums of Franco with short information like website, email, phone number, and working hours. Here you can see the information line where you can see the location of our customer, email address to contact with them, and of course phone number. Here you can see also the footer block and nice fox. And of course we can see that our website is fully responsive. Yeah, and the same is with larger screen sizes or even smaller. Yeah, and we can see that everything remains the same. Now I would like to pass over the word to our next front-end developer who will tell us about admin panel, Ostap Sidoryak.
Thank you, Markian. So hello everyone, my name is Ostap and I'm the second front-end developer of this team. In order to have the ability to manage and to edit the content of our website, we created the admin panels that allow us to do this. So to get into the admin panel, first of all, we have to go through the process of verification. And for this, we just need to fill this form with some credentials, click on login button, and we are there right away. On the left side of the screen, you can see the sidebar menu, basically, which serves for navigating throughout the whole admin panel. Here we have the ability to create some post, museum, add a new partner, as well as view them. Also, we have the ability to edit and delete them. In order to demonstrate how it works, we will create some museum for now. So here we have some prepared data. As you can see here, we have fields in Ukrainian and in English, which we have to fill. Also, as you can see, some of the fields are required and they are marked with asterisks. The fields that are not required, we will skip. So also we have the ability to add some image, as you can see on the screen. And after filling all the information, we just click on Create button. We can see this loader followed by a model window indicating that everything was created fine. Now we are going to check whether it was created. So we click on View Museums and we can see that it was really created. So now we are going to edit it. We click on Edit button. Here we have already information fetched from the server. And for example, we will change working hours. Okay, and after changing working hours, we can click on Update button. Here again, we can see that everything was fine. Click again on View Museums, again on Edit. And here we can see that the working hours has been changed. And the last step is to delete some things. For example, we will delete this museum that we created. We just click on Delete button. Here we can see this confirmation window. We just click again on Delete button, and the museum is deleted successfully. That's all from my side. Now I would like to hand over the word to the next speaker. Maxim, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Ostap. Hello, everyone. My name is Maxim, and I am backend developer on this project. My primary task was to implement a system that enables creation, deletion, and editing of publications. Additionally, I have also implemented features that allow for addition and removal of partner organizations, as well as the management of information about other museums. After analyzing the customers' requirements, we came to the conclusion that we will use modern technology stack, namely Express framework and Mongo database for storing information. It is universal stack of technologies that satisfy the customer requirements and will also allow scaling of the project in the future if it will be necessary. Also, I implemented Swagger documentation on our project for better cooperation with the front-end team. So now I want to pass over the word to Christina.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina and I'm QA on this project. We have covered every part of the website with extensive manual tests to ensure its reliability and performance. In addition, we successfully completed unit and integration testing of the API endpoints, verifying their correctness. Throughout this process, we filled out bug reports which were promptly addressed and fixed by our developers. The comprehensive checklist of functions and pages was successfully completed to ensure nothing was overlooked. Furthermore, we have been testing both the web and mobile version of the application. Our efforts have ensured seamless functionality across a wide range of devices and browsers, providing a consistent and excellent user experience. Throughout the testing process, we have paid special attention to responsiveness, load times, and cross-platform compatibility, ensuring that our application performs flawlessly under various conditions. We will continue to update quality assurance of the project to meet best user expectations. Thank you.
On this slide, you can see a shortness feedback of our website from the public organization, specifically from the Deputy Director, Levytskyi, which also here now. We have selected the most important points so that you can quickly become acquainted with the key advantages of our website. If you want to read full text of the feedback, please use the QR code you can see on the slide. By following the link, you can read and completely feedback and leave your own short feedback about our website. Thank you in advance for your feedback, which will help us become even better. In conclusion, I want to say the Dmytro website project aimed to create a visually appealing and user-friendly website for the Association of Ivan Franko Museum, highlighting the organization mission, goals, and project. The technology used include React, TypeScript, style components, Express.js, and MongoDB. You can also explore the website using the QR code displayed on the slide. The project is successfully completed and ready for launch. Thank you for your attention, and we're ready for questions.
Thank you for such rich and interesting presentation, just as the website itself. I would like to remind the experts to fill out the feedback evaluation form. The link is in the chat. If you need me to send it again, just let me know. And we have a question from Johan.
Thank you. I just read the description of the project, and it says about bot, and also this bot should have had a capability to like answer questions on the Franco's catchphrases. I'm curious whether it has been done, or maybe because I haven't seen it in presentation. Could you please explain, Ivana, maybe?
Так, я можу відповісти на українській. Ви, напевно, переплутали, тому що наступна команда, яка буде розказувати, вона якраз розповідає про чат-бот і...
Okay, sorry.
Yes, we have two teams working with Team Franka, so that's okay.
Got it.
Maybe you have some other question, or not yet?
Not yet. Maybe in a few seconds I will find out some questions.
Yes. Thank you. We have a question from the chat. Have you already any results from using the website? Do you already have any results from using the website so far?
Я також можу відповісти. Наразі він чекає моменту, коли купиться домен, захоститься, підключиться Google аналітика, і тоді він вже почне повноцінно працювати, він вже повністю готовий до цього, просто потрібно трошки часу, щоб купити ці речі, які я вам перечислила раніше.
Do you know maybe when will that be?
Okay, I can answer for this question, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Rybakov. I'm Deputy Director of Development in Team Franka. And this website, it's about our NGO. So we work like institutional museum, and we have this NGO with this organization. We make some projects, and this website is for us very important to show what we do with this NGO for our future partners, and to present our other part of our work in project team. And I think maybe in July we finished and post the site on domain name and show the site on our social media and other resources.
Oh, thank you, Volodymyr, for answering so pretty soon. Please keep us posted because it's something we wouldn't like to miss. Volodymyr, while you are here, maybe you could share your thoughts and your just experience as a customer. How did you like working with our team?
So it's very nice team because we have a lot of conversation and speaking about this project. And I think students work, so he prepared very well website for us, and we have some previous project with IT State University, but it's more like something not for a long time, and it's some small projects, but I think this project will have very good opportunities for the future, and we can present not like on a list our work like NGO, but show some our project on the one website, and it's very good opportunities for us.
Yes. Thank you, Volodymyr, for your feedback. It is a really important project, so thank you, team, for implementing it. Maybe we could go to our mentor, Oleksandr Rybakov. Oleksandr, are you here with us? I saw you.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. I really thank you to the team. Really grateful for the jobs that they done. It was a really pleasant journey, and I like desire and motivation to do this site well, and they always want to improve something, and want to mention that they have really good knowledge to work with such projects, and they will have a really good future in this sphere. So wish luck to them, and thank you.
Thank you, Oleksandr. Thank you for such feedback. I will also, yes, Johan, I see your hand. I will just remind you all, especially experts, that after the fifth presentation, we will have designated time for the discussions, feedbacks, questions. So please remember to stay until the end. We really treasure your time, and we would really like to hear more from each of you. Yes, Johan. Your question or comment, and we will proceed.
Yeah, not a question, but a comment. Prize out to the QA. I saw that the team was hard in structured testing and was on the unit testing and the acceptance testing. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. Thank you, team. Now let's proceed to the next project, also with Team Franka, but this time is Chatbot and 3D models. Team Franka is very lucky to have two teams. Yes, do we have a team working on this project here with us?
Yes, hello. Just one moment.
Yes, of course.
I need to turn on our presentation.
Maybe you need some assistance. Do you have the button?
Yes, just one moment.
Okay, yes, of course.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, we see Zoom. And I can see myself pretty good.
So, hello everyone.
Unmute
My
yourself.
name is... so you can see everything nice. You can hear me?
Yes.
Nice. So hello everyone. My name is Pankiv and I'm a project manager, and I'll present you our team's work today. So our project contains the creation of a Telegram chatbot that interacts with users using Franco catchphrases and development of 3D models. The goal of the project is to attract users to our cultural heritage and history by means of innovative technology. Next slide, please. And the problem which we solved, it's making Ivan Franko cultural heritage accessible using innovative technologies for a wide audience. Our target audience is students, tourists, museum visitors, researchers, teachers, and anyone who interested in using technology to popularize and preserve cultural heritage. And now I'm ready to pass the word to our first designer, Yura.
Hello, my name is Yura and I am the designer on this project. I have been working on the creation of 3D models. The process mainly was divided to two main parts. The first was scanning the object and transforming it in digital. The second was editing and transforming in Blender. I was mostly involved only in the first part, but I did a little initial editing. I used Polycam on my iPhone to scan with help of photogrammetry technology. It's like when the object is photographed in 360 degrees from all possible angles. More photos you do, then higher the quality will be in the result. The main rules I used for scanning are first, soft lighting, Second, no deep or sharp shadows. Third, control of the white balance because it's affecting the texture. Avoid of off-focus shots. Avoid of cropped photos because it can misrepresent the perspective of the model. Also, I did the initial editing using Blender and fixing all the noticeable defects. Now I can pass the floor for my colleague.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Oleg, and I am the designer of this project. Myself and Arthur worked on sculpture that were scanned by Yura using photogrammetry software after moving into 3D space. Arthur and I fixed imperfections, added textures, and created bases for the shapes. On the mentor's advice, the sculpture were reformatted in GLTF format to make it easier for developers to integrate them into the site. Arthur designers landing page. First of all, it was the idea of our team to present our results. All 4 models and bot information are integrated into the site. Thank you for attention. Now if you pass the vote.
So hi everyone, my name is Koля, and I with Vitalia is on the front end side of this project. And we have created a landing page that presents our project using HTML and CSS. And with the help of the model viewer library, we were able to integrate and display 3D models on the site. And on this site, you can view the completed work, browse the 3D models, navigate to our Telegram chatbot for further interactions. And additionally, we have developed a web application for Telegram using React.js and 3JS library for displaying models. This web application is accessible through our Telegram chatbot, and this allows you to view our models directly in the Telegram. And I give floor to the Max.
Hello, I'm Max, and today I introduce the chatbot designed to simulate a conversation with one of the great literature giants of Ukraine, Ivan Franko. Through extensive research into Franko's writings, biographies, and correspondence, we meticulously crafted a database of his language patterns, adages, and restoring themes. Our chatbot, powered by the advanced LM3 natural language processing algorithm, simulates realistic conversation with remarkable accuracy. Our chatbot boasts a range of features, including dialogue simulation. It's engaged in conversation of various topics akin to speaking with Franko himself. Knowledge repository access curated experts from Franko's works, providing context and depth to discussions. And the application of our chatbot are diverse as education, cultural preservation, and entertainment for all. Okay, I think that's all. I give the floor to Drinka.
Yes, thank you for your attention, and now we are ready to answer your question.
Great, thank you, team, for the presentation. The project really seems like a unique one. I would like to remember to our experts about the feedback form. Please, if you can fill it out now, not to forget about the project and about the presentation itself, and not to forget any important points. We have a raised hand from Simona. You may.
Hi. Hello. Can you hear me well? See me well?
Yes. Yes.
Hello. I represent Lithuania Business College. First of all, congratulations with the really good work, and I'm really interested in this specific sphere because we have also Technology and Innovation Lab where we have 3D printer. So I have one question. How do you assure the quality after the scanning? Maybe you made some attempts of printing the prepared 3D model afterwards, or maybe made any adjustments or integrations to make it more qualified way? Thank you.
Thank
you for the question. I think our designers, Yura or Oleg.
So we have not done yet that, because our main goal was just to make the 3D models in digital type, just to save our culture. But it's a good idea, I think, in the future to try that.
Because actually the really good scanners, they cost a lot, and this idea is really good because we also do that with the students. After printing, we try to scan it and reprint it, yes, and sometimes the quality is really bad, but the idea to save some cultural aspects is really good. So congratulations and keep on working.
Thank you, Simona, for your question and your comment, and also sharing your experience. This question practically had it all. Any more questions? I would like to remind that if you cannot talk right now, just type your question into the chat and I will read it out loud. If we don't have any questions as for now, I would probably like to pass the word to the mentor, Anastasiia Shapovalova. And oh, yes, we have a raised hand from Johan. Johan, your question, then we will proceed with Anastasiia and Dmytro. And if there are any more questions and the time allows it, we will take those. Johan.
Notice that the team was used to the modern technology AI as it shown in the description, but I heard about natural language processing NLP. So what exact technology was used? That's one question, and
Type of technologies. If I heard your question, we're using, as I say, his literature, his correspondence, his phrases. So I think no, we use biographies, correspondence, his phrases. So, and of course, it's AI and it's have internet connection.
But what I mentioned, maybe I will speak in Ukrainian, maybe it will be clearer for you. Я цікавився, була названа технологія Natural Language Processing, яка в кінці розкладає просто фразу на частини, відповідно дозволяє аналізувати, скажімо так, співпадіння в контекстах. І AI, який зараз популярний для генерації контенту по існуючій базі. Та, от, власне, що саме було використано?
Було використано AI Llama 3, вона якраз недавно вийшла. Ми вирішили використовувати як вона сама нова версія AI. Вона запускається локально, тобто ніякі дані ні до кого не потрапляють і генерує потрібні відповіді.
Cool. You predicted the second question, but the data is isolated.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Max answered all your questions, yeah, right? Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Johan. Okay, so as promised, let's pass the word to the mentors. We would really appreciate if you shared thoughts on the cooperation with the students. Anastasiia, Dmytro, are you here? I saw you somewhere.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just letting the ladies go first.
Oh, thank you. Such a gentleman.
Okay, let me start then. By the way, I'm a mentor of this team for only a little while, but still I have my impressions working with them. What impressed me really much is that they made more work than it was required. It was required to make those 3D models and to create the chatbot. but they created site as well. And this really impressed me. So you could see in the presentation that their project has 2 parts, but in reality they created 3 parts. The site is the 3rd part. So I think that they did it in order to simplify their work, but again, yes, making more to simplify presentation, and it is really, really impressive, and it's a good approach. That's, I think, how everybody should work. And students in the team are really responsive, and I had my comments on the presentation and on some other stuff, and they were eager to fix this, and they thanked for the comments. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with them. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Anastasiia, for your feedback. Dmytro,
And as for me,
yes.
Yeah, first of all, let me just say, I'm really impressed. You really did it, guys. You really did a great job, kids. I really, for some moment there, I was giving you a benefit of the doubt, but nevertheless, you really impressed me. The chatbots, the 3D models, as I said, if we digitize our heritage and we can pass it away a few thousand kilometers, everybody can 3D print their own versions of the models. It's great. It's great. The communication, a perfect version how to do it. And also trying to convey how you can merge the heritage with new AI technologies, and having the ability to chat with our writers is a great thing. So keep up the good work, and you'll end up doing great and fantastic projects. Keep it up. Thanks you for your work.
Thank you, Dmytro. Anastasiia, you pretty much said a lot about the team, so thank you for that. Thank you, team, for such an interesting and unique, as I said, project. Also happy to hear that you had some experience with process optimization. That's a useful skill. So yeah, Zinka, you wanted to add some comment?
Yes, I just want to say thank you for all your questions. Thank you for your feedback. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, team. If you have any more questions, please leave them for after the next project and its Q&A session. As I mentioned before, we will have a designated time for the discussions and comments, feedbacks, and stuff like that. So don't miss it. Okay, so let's move on to the project on soft skills school. Team, once you're ready, feel free to share your screen and start the presentation.
Hello everyone, our project is called Soft Skills Schools. Next slide, please. One more, next slide. Why our team? We quickly and efficiently complete the task assigned to us. Even if we don't know something, we don't see it as a problem and quickly learn new topics. We have several programmers, designer, business analyst, project manager, and a senior programmer mentor. Next slide, please. Now about the project. Testing for soft skills is prevalent in many places, including our university. It's necessary not only for students, but also for administration. However, the problem is the lack of unified platform for conducting these tests. Currently, one has to take different tests on different websites, and then administration has to create a psychological profile for each student based on the result of these tests. Next slide, please. That's why our task is to create a separate website where administrators can create various tests for each soft skill and students can take these tests. Result will be displayed in their personal account and administrators will be able to review the student's result. In other words, students will be able to see on one page which soft skills are well developed and which ones need improvement. They will also receive recommendations for enhancing their soft skills. Next slide, please.
Our project is currently focused on the university, but in the future we plan to expand the platform for testing soft skills on a commercial basis with which more applicants, high school students, and company employees. The issue was discussed with the customer and permission was obtained. So at the moment, the global version of the project is under development. Next slide. The uniqueness of our project is the only one in Ukraine that combines all soft skills in one place. Among the features of the project, we can highlight a unified evaluation system, taking into account the needs on the labor market, tracking the development of soft skills and providing recommendation for their improvement. After passing the test, the users receive a detailed description of his strengths and areas that need to be improvement. Team members will explain each process in more detail. Igor.
As a project manager, I was responsible for organizing workflow. I conducted calls, distributed tasks, and generally oversaw the process. Next slide, please. Together with business analyst, I was involved into filling out various documents and theses. Additionally, I filled out reports and on the project progress. Next slide, please.
As a business analyst, my work consists of communication, clarification of details, and transfer of information to the team. There was also stakeholders, SWOT matters. The next slide. The economic part of the project was also added, on which there was a large amount of work as well as writing this during the period of time. In the process of developing the project, we came to a conclusion that it's necessary to break down soft skills into simpler characteristics. This made it possible to take a broader look at the problem and better understand the principle of a construction assessment test. Next slide. Taking account the specifics of all available tests, they generally test several characteristics at the same time, but then in order to distribute these points of view, the characteristics, we need to divide soft skills into more atomic things. In this case, there are characteristics. Some characteristics between different soft skills may overlap. Darina.
Hi, my name is Darina and I'm designer of our project. Templates was created and edited using Figma mostly. The main color from the start was blue. The additional colors that we choose later are purple and orange, chosen and edited due to the requirements of our customer and also by advices of our mentor, the combination of color palette. The main design goal of our platform interface was to make it appealing and intuitive for teachers and students at the same time. Here you can see design of main page and page with all users. Next slide, please. Here you can see registration page and profile page. Next slide. And also here you can see page with test and page with test designer. Artur, please go.
My name is Artur and I am a front-end developer on this project. I will start by describing the technology stack we are using. It's React, Bootstrap, and Material UI. The choice of this stack is based on React's productivity, Bootstrap's ability to reduce development time and enhance adaptability, and Material UI's contribution to a modern design for an aesthetic appearance. Next slide. On this project, I have been responsible for developing components for the main page, constructor components, displaying tests on the main page, after their creation, some functionality for the admin panel, and changed site colors after changing a design. Pass the floor to Dmytro.
Hello, my name is Dima. I am front-end on this project. I'll continue telling you about the constructor. It was built using drag and drop technique, which our mentor proposed. Firstly, you need to select characteristics which you want to use in test. Then you just need to drag an element from left column into this drop container. And based on question type, it should return appropriate cut. On this cut, you can change any characteristic and points or question you added. And then just press create test and check it on the main page. On main page, you can choose the test you added, pass it, and see the results in your profile page. I'll show it later.
Hello everyone, I'm Uliana and my beginnings as a backend developer consisted of creating a user scheme. This scheme serves as a documentation for the database, helping me and other developers understand the data model, how the data is stored and accessed. Then there was a process of gradual implementation of the scheme in the code. The next step was to ensure that the results of past tests could be stored or updated in the user's database. And now the user is able to monitor the development of his soft skills. Roman, please.
Hello, my name is Roman Davydyuk, and I wrote an API. For writing the API, we use such a stack as MongoDB, Nest.js, TypeScript, Docker, AWS EC2, and Swagger. We decided to use MongoDB for some reasons, like data have flexibility, supports many data types, and can be faster in some cases. Docker also create containers that contain all necessary dependencies and runtime environment for your application. AWS, with it, you can easily adjust the size of number of EC2 instances according to needs of your application or service. Tolik, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Tolik and I am backend developer on this project. To deploy the backend to AWS, we use three technologies, Docker, GitHub Actions, and EC2. We use Docker to containerize our application. This allows us to create a single development and production environment, which simplifies setup and deployment. We have set up various workflows in GitHub Actions to optimize the building, testing, and deploy of our application. This significantly speed up the development process and increase the reliability of our code. We use EC2 to deploy our application. EC2 provides us with web server hosting, which ensures high availability of our application. Nastya, please.
Hi, everybody. My first task was to create test scripts for the functional parts of our site to make it easier to verify that the system is functions as expected. So I decided to use manual testing. That is, I put myself in the place of the user. In our case, in the first stage as an administrator, then as a student. Next slide, please. And next slide. Okay, my initial goal was to create reports on the components of our site, writing down each bug with a detailed description, communicating with developers and other team members to eliminate some important bugs at the initial stage and save our time. And now we will demonstrate how our site works.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
screen.
Okay, yes, now I signed in on the site as admin. Here is the main page. You can see it. I'll go later to test. Here we have some articles which you can read. And now let's create, I'll show you how to create a test. So first we need to go to admin panel and create the characteristic that we want to add to a soft skill. For example, new, here is it, and new too. Okay, now we have it. Oops. Now I'll create a soft skill with these characteristics. Now let's go to a constructor. Here I can choose these characteristics and put them into a question. Now create test. And yes, we have the test. Now I need to log in as user. Okay, and pause the test. And here we have our results.
By the way, we also have created ready tests like time management. Can you show it, please?
Yes.
We create this test according to real test for time management.
That's all.
Thank you, team, for the presentation. I would like to remind our dear experts to fill out the evaluation feedback form. The link is in the chat. I will also send it again for you not to scroll up a lot. We just had a raised hand from Valentina. Was that the question or by mistake?
Sorry, it was not a question. Sorry, but unfortunately, I have to sign off for now. Thank you very much for invitation. It was amazing for all participants, for all team, and for your project. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Really treasure your presence here today. Thank you.
Bye,
yes,
bye.
yes. While Valentina is leaving us, we can proceed with the questions. Johan, I see your hand.
Yeah, I found the idea quite interesting. I think our company could be interested in such a tool for internal interactions. That's one point I had to speak about, and another, the question maybe to Roman, if I'm not mistaken. He mentioned that he used Docker, GitHub Actions, and EC2, AWS EC2. Why Docker specialized services like Elastic Container Service wasn't used?
Можна ще раз запитання тільки на українській, бо мені трошки погано було чути.
Добре. Ти говорив, що рішення загорнути у Docker і розгорнути на EC2. EC2 – це є повна віртуальна машина, там Linux, допустимо. А чому не використав Elastic Container Service, який фактично менеджить вже готову роботу, готовий контейнер, так, і тобі не треба навіть додаткової роботи виконувати по адмініструванню контейнерів?
В основному докером займався Толік, тому я думаю, він більше зможе відповісти на ваше запитання.
По-перше, я юзав докер, бо в мене є якийсь типу досвід з ним. ES2, там прийшлось би, не знаю, розбиратись в цьому, і там більше часу би вийшло. По-друге, мені здається, в докера якась гнучкість більше. Я так думаю.
Ні, це вірно. Докер дуже непогане рішення. Якщо продукт вміщається навіть зрештою, якщо він вміщається в мікросервіси, також докер можна використати досить зручно. Але, до речі, питання. У вас один докер-контейнер чи кілька?
Тільки для бекенду один.
Тільки для бекенду. Друга частина, власне, про що я говорив, що є сервіс спеціально заточений, називається Elastic Container Service. І він, власне, виконує функцію хощення контейнерів і менеджменту. Тобто його просто туди запушуєш, і він там виконується. І все, не треба додатковий рівень, скажімо так, адміністрування додавати.
І дякую, візьму до уваги.
Cool.
Thank you, Johan, for the question. Tolik, thank you for the answer. Yes, I would like also to remind you that you may type your question in the chat if you cannot talk as for now. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, I have one question.
Yes,
It's related to budget. I saw that project manager presented some digits, and I didn't catch up. How many virtual money you spent on this project? What is the budget of entire project? If I want if I want the same.
Thank you for question. As I remember, a virtual budget was $20,000.
Okay, and one more question. Do you have any anti-cheating system? For example, I want to pass this assignment for my company, and I know that my boss will check result, and I see some question. Okay, let's answer in this way because my manager expected from me.
Really, you can't create anti-cheat system for that because it's test like this, full personality tests.
Okay, do you have any psychologist in your team?
At the moment when we developed this site, we spoke with some psychologists, but in the team, no.
Okay, so you definitely need to ask this person because there are some technique that validate how person answer. And for example, if it is possible to understand that person cheat on your question, you need to ask some special question for this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your insights, Taras. And Igor, thank you for your answer. Do we have any more questions? Don't feel shy. You may ask anything you like. And while we are waiting, I saw a participant named Mykola, and I believe him to be the mentor of the team, right? Yes, would you like to share some thoughts on your cooperation with the students?
Yeah, my feedback will be very small, but at least.
That's okay.
So basically, yeah, it was very big pleasure to work with this team. We have very productive calls. On each of them, we tried to discuss as much as possible on the current issues what we have, on the current problems that should be resolved. And the main point each time we try to understand if we achieve some our goals for this sprints, which was very important in this case. They always accepted like new challenges that we found while we develop this product, and I'm very glad that I managed to work with them. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Mykola, for sharing. Those are kind words. I have a raised hand from Antonina. Antonina, feel free.
Thank you very much. This project, I had a role as a customer because we developed a new project at our university, which is called Soft Skills School. And we realized that we spend so much time for this, like taking tests, then evaluating students and having the personal feedback with them, giving them this feedback. And that's why we decided to create such a task. And to be honest, it was a challenge to find a team which was ready to take on this task because the tasks seemed to be very complicated because they had to deal with different tests. They had to create the platform which will help to show the tests, to evaluate the participants, then to somehow to create the profile for each student, like soft skills profile. And also one of the functions was to show the development of these soft skills. For example, if the student takes these tests for the second time, or if we want to evaluate like one of these soft skills for the second or for the third time during the university study. And I'm really very thankful to this team that they took on this project and these challenges. And I need to say that for this time and for this stage, I'm very satisfied with the results. And I really appreciate that we were staying in touch for almost for each step, because they were interested in my opinion. They were interested in how should the process go on, and about every detail, which was very important for me. And I need to say that they are very courageous to like be busy with such a complicated task. And thank you very much.
Thank you for feedback.
Thank you, Antonina, for such great feedback. It's really about the how customer-oriented was the team, and it's a skill that is very, very needed and very needed for future programmers and VAs, and just for everyone who wants to provide a good, decent service. Any more questions? We still have time for one question. If you, Antonia, do you still have a raised hand? Do you have any more comments or questions?
No, sorry.
Yes, that's okay. I just want to clarify. Thank you. Yes, we still have time, and then we will proceed with the discussion and just sharing your thoughts or questions or whatever you feel like sharing. Okay, if we don't have any questions, I would like to remind experts about the feedback form. I know I said it quite a few times, but it's really important for us to hear from you. And now we came to the last part of today's meeting, and this is a discussion, and it's a really important part because this is the time when anyone, both experts, attendees, students, partners, may share your thoughts throughout the meeting about the process, about the presentations, and just anything you like. And we will proceed with that. So feel free to say any comments you feel like saying. While you're thinking, I would like to say that thanks to Victor and Taras that they provided our partners with such talented students, hardworking and serious, because today the fruit of their labors was being presented, and we can really see with it, for example, with the timeline, we got ahead of timeline, and it's a great sign of how prepared they were, how seriously they took their assignments, and how hard they were working. So they didn't only present their entire work from October to June, but also we can see how prepared they were for today's presentations, because they didn't take any more time than 10 minutes, and it takes great practice to do so. And those who present a lot may agree and will agree, I hope. So yeah.
Оксан, дякую. Підсумки підведені. Я так розумію, тепер можна вже розслабитися. Я дякую студентам за те, що, власне, скажімо, підвели підсумок навчального року. Фактично це вже так преамбула, тому що вівторок нам вже будуть захисти фінальні проєктних робіт магістрів. Ну і на цьому навчальний рік закінчується, плавно переходить в вступну кампанію. Молю Бога за те, щоб наступні студенти були не гірші від тих, що ми зараз є. Тому що було надзвичайно приємно працювати, класні роботи в нас в цьому році. Я надзвичайно дякую менторам за те, що так активно долучилися до менторства проєктних робіт. Я протягом цих 2 днів відчував про те, що ментори віддали частину свого досвіду. Звичайно ж, це, скажімо, викладено і в часі, який вони затратили, але мені здається, що це того вартувало, тому що на ринок помаленьку виходять класні спеціалісти в особі наших студентів. Для експертів додатково це, звичайно, там в жодному випадку не виправдання, але хочу так зауважити про те, що це є студенти 2-го і 3-го курсу, тобто попереду ще є час для того, щоб себе дошліфувати, відпрацювати деякі моменти і нюанси. Ну і до 4-го курсу, коли вже буде готуватися кваліфікаційна бакалаврська робота, я думаю, що вони там покажуть себе з як найкращої сторони. Ну і, звичайно, що окрема подяка експертам, які сьогодні долучилися. Я розумію, що це щось таке, можливо, для декого нове, несподіване, незрозуміле, так. Але, знову ж таки, воно показує нашим студентам думку зі сторони. Думка університету для них, можливо, вже менш авторитетна, тому що ми постійно скажімо, там десь акцентуємо увагу на тих моментах, до яких вони звикли, тому що у нас було по дорозі в цьому році 3 демо проведені, а сьогодні від експертів вони почули ті запитання, які, напевно, будуть найбільш очікувані на ринку. Ну і така супер подяка, так, за те, що нас супортила ця компанія ELEKS і всім тим, хто долучився. Особливо Юлія Мельник, це Анастасія Shapovalova, Олександра Мокі, яка взяла на себе відповідальність за загальне, власне, кураторство цих питань. Ну і Оксана, яка сьогодні модерувала нашу зустріч. Оксана, дуже дякуємо. Ми сподіваємось на подальшу співпрацю з компанією ELEKS, ну та з іншими компаніями, які долучаються до підготовки наших студентів. Я всім дуже дякую, всім гарного, мирного вечора. Якщо хтось ще має якусь думку, якийсь фідбек, будемо дуже вдячні, бо для нас, скажімо, адміністрації це найбільш цінно розуміти, знати, а що ми маємо зробити завтра для того, щоб наші студенти, які навчаються, були б ще кращими, бо саме заради цього ми працюємо. Дуже дякую.
Віктор, спасибі. Дякуємо вам за такі теплі слова. У нас ще є коментар від Богдану. Богдан.
Дякую. Шановні колеги, я також би хотів долучитися до обговорення, оскільки я мав нагоду працювати з командами, з усіма командами студентів в якості консультанта з підготовки економічної частини проектних робіт. Я слухав дуже уважно захисти впродовж 2 днів. Я не задавав жодного питання, оскільки всі питання, які стосувалися економічної сторони проєктів, ми з'ясували з командами в ході нашої співпраці. Хотів би зауважити, що мені було дуже приємно спостерігати, як наші студенти зростають у своїх прагненнях, починаючи від моменту пітчингу проєктів. І тому я хочу в першу чергу подякувати нашим студентам за гарно підготовлені проекти. Особливо, що я хотів би сказати, що поряд із технічними та інформаційними характеристиками, які ми спостерігаємо впродовж цих 2 днів захисту, хочу сказати, що всі проекти є ще й економічно життєздатними і мають фінансову перспективу. Тому я побачив, що студенти грамотно пропрацювали над формуванням бізнес-моделей своїх проєктів, використали різні методи проєктного аналізу, які стосуються оцінки ефективності їхніх проєктів, використали так само SWOT-аналіз, провели оцінку впливу зовнішнього і внутрішнього середовища на, скажімо, результати своїх проєктів, і таким чином вони змогли грамотно представити економічні результати. Ну, єдине, що хочу сказати, хтось, можливо, з команд трошечки більше в своїх презентаціях звернув увагу на економічні показники, хтось трошечки менше, ну, але тим не менше, я думаю, що економічна складова теж має йти в ногу разом з технічною, оскільки сфера IT є динамічною, продукти, над якими працювали студенти, вони будуть з часом теж змінюватися, я сподіваюся, вдосконалюватися. Так само і повинні змінюватися і вдосконалюватися підходи, які стосуються бізнес-моделей, монетизації проєктів і всіх тих питань, стосовно яких задавалися, і стосовно тих всіх економічних моментів, стосовно яких задавалися питання впродовж оцих 2 днів. Мені дуже приємно було працювати зі всіма командами, тому я хочу також подякувати в першу чергу нашим студентам, хочу також подякувати колегам з університету, які мені доручили цю ділянку роботи. Я бажаю всім студентам гарних перспектив у реалізації їхніх проєктів, доброго здоров'я і мирного неба, і також усім нам. Дякую за увагу.
Іванович, дякую, працюємо.
Дякую, дякую. Та якщо більше ніхто не має ніяких коментарів, то я думаю, що ми можемо завершувати. Всі, в принципі, вже висловили подяку. І я дякую всім, що долучилися, і тоді залишаємося на зв'язочку. Я думаю, що Юля поділиться через Таню посиланням на запис, і всі, хто не зміг прийти, зможе собі переглянути або за потреби нагадати про презентацію студентів під час того, як буде заповнювати фідбек-форму. Всім дуже дякую і всім гарного вечора.
Ще раз дякую всьому товариству, до зустрічі на теренах університету. Дякую всім.
До зустрічі. Бувай.
До побачення.
Дякую. До побачення.
До побачення.